Personalities both in the dressing room and upstairs at Real Madrid. Anyway, let's hope for a straightforward job at the toss. So the preliminaries almost dispensed with. The team news. And so to Simeone's select. Heat wave going on back home, but this should not inconvenience these players. Superstars on both sides. The first ever.
Out of it now.
Right away, it was Lamar making his mark. It was shifted right to Diego Costa. And Athletic.
They lost a challenge on the halfway line now.
You lead 1-0.
Sergio Ramos, who's been sent off 19 times in the Liga, 24 times in total. That looks like it takes a deflection. That was deflected by Sergio Ramos. Let's have a look, see.
Jerry, I wonder whether Morata's
clever enough to let it run. And I'm not sure these two guys would get together and be a good formation, the two centre forwards, because they're similar. Into the far post there, off the right foot ankle of Sergio Ramos, and had Morata touched it.
Also very clever. Would he have been given offside if he touched it? I don't know.
Well, let's see again. I think the keeper had it covered. It was going to hit them. His teams are so fired up, and we've been chatting about it before the game kicked off. They're fired up. They want to win it. Unfortunate. And look at this, over the top. He's onside.
It's another race for Ramos to get back onside. Such a poor touch. Taken short this time to the back post by Modric. It wasn't a bad one. Nacho is in there. Marcelo. Important for them, I think.
Yeah, they're a bit short of confidence again, and it's scoring goals now. Look at this.
Saul has got it. And it's 2. And João Felix weighs in with a goal for his new club.
They're not picking anybody up. And it's awful defending. It really is. And where's Odriozola? He might get forward, but he hasn't got. And a great opening debut goal in the derby for him. Oh, too easy for Fika. And Sal gets to the byline. Too easy for me. Cuts it back.
Madrid, true to type, seem to have been working very, very hard while they've been here since the 0-0 against Guadalajara. But to do it against the famous all-white makes it all right indeed.
Well, that's a dream start for João Felix. He's come into the box. He had a great season last year, particularly the second ball on the counter-attack. They're going to rip them to pieces.
Morata again finding João Felix
backs Marcelo and Odriozola. It's the two centre halves left, 4-on-2. He should have scored, or he should
so easily be 3 down.
4 against 2. The other 2 are coming back. They're out of the
young left back Renan Lodi, who is also looking a player in the great tradition of Lamar. Deflection on it. Courtois got down well. It was tied. It's nicely done by Koke. Brilliantly done. And it's 3. Oh, it's fantastic. They can't stop themselves from scoring. Correct.
And instinctively pivots there and bang, back of the net. No chance for Courtois. Their first everything. Trippier wins this. The ball forward. Clever. Links it through. He's onside. He takes it right. It really is. Wonderful skills.
But Jerry, what are Real Madrid doing back?
Yeah, when this young boy comes on, Angel Correa, he is a flying machine. He's got great technique. He knows where the back of the net is. And I think that's a good partnership. Really is. But the ball from Sal was a good ball. You're right. I think
Vinicius Junior didn't wait for Odriozola this time, and Oblak took one then.
Lukajovic has just stuck his foot out, trying to get a contact on it, and he does. Well, it's Jovic, I think, trying to get on the end of it, which he's entitled to. He's coming from a deep position. Nobody picks him up. Look at that pass. It's awful.
Saul won it back, and here we go again, and it's 4. This is actually
very much. There, the pass from Sergio Ramos is awful. Look at Modric on his back foot. Saul anticipates it, and when Saul wins it and gives it to him, Diego Costa's not going to miss. They are committing suicide. They really are awful. 4-0. This is going to be a huge defeat.
Diego Costa written off too soon, perhaps. He's got 2 here against Real. Could ever have envisaged. And straight away onto the head of Benzema.
Well, it was his left knee as I made the pull. Well, it's a silly challenge because in the first series then there's a yellow.
Lamar. It's a good one.
Just to him. but they're not picking him up. Free header, he comes in from the edge of the box. Yeah, and this is awful. He has and to bring passion to that. There's a push in the back. Push in the back. He just pushes him there and wins the ball. But even then, when he cushions it down, the shot seem to find as if they haven't got the key to open the lock.
From a long way out, Vinicius very fit for a team that's only played one game before tonight. And here's Kieran Trippier arriving in the box. It's a great ball by Trippier.
Super ball in. He whips it in. Oh, it's a great delivery. He's got to. I think Carvajal's going to end up getting in instead of. Oh!
That's a bit more like it. And Oblak gets a luck
in off the inside of the post. Back into the hands of Oblak. Junior in the penalty area. He's closed down. It goes through the legs of Savic. All right. Oh, good ball. Odriozola.
Odriozola's pullback wasn't bad. Isco was arriving. Savic stood his ground. A new name to so many over here. Not for much longer.
This is brilliant skill from João Felix. He lays it off here. And there's the pass from Lamar now. One touch.
It's a penalty. Costa down the middle.
Straight down the middle. He opens his body up slightly, but Diego Costa.
Honestly, hardly anyone can believe this.
Well, I would say they've created at least 9 or 10 chances, and he's clever.
There may well be wholesale changes under Madrid. Diego Costa has got a hat-trick, and Atletico are in dreamland here. They've been all over Real Madrid right from the off, and they lead 5-0.